Hi there, I'm Erin Levine, founder of Hello Divorce. I'm going to tell you about what your divorce legal process will look like. That's right, it's a process, not an event, meaning it takes a bit of time, but the good news is, after you complete the initial guided interview online, we take the lead and handle virtually all of the details. Your legal document assistant will work with you throughout every step of your divorce. First, she's going to prepare the petition and summons, and if you have kids, a form called the UCCJEA, which gets filled out only if you have children. There are occasionally local forms depending on which courthouse we're going to file your petition in. We will use the information that you provided in the interview to complete these initial forms. We're going to then send them to you for review, and once you've approved it, we'll send to you for e-signature. Next, we'll send it off to the court for filing. Note, we will advance the court filing fee, usually $435, and then invoice you separately. Once the forms come back from the court, we need to serve, meaning deliver the documents to your spouse. At this point, we can include him or her in the process if you're comfortable with that. It's not required, but in our experience, usually when we share the steps with your ex, he or she feels a lot more in control. And when people feel in control, less anger or irrational behavior, like lawyering up with a really aggressive attorney. But again, it's your choice. You know your spouse best and what might work best for your case. Back to delivery. Ordinarily, we mail, as required, the documents to your spouse and email a copy of a form called FL 117. This is the Notice and Acknowledgement of Receipt. By signing this, your spouse is not necessarily agreeing with your paperwork. They are just acknowledging that they've received it. We then file a proof of service and the Notice and Acknowledgement of Receipt, and that's it. Step 1 is complete. If your spouse won't cooperate with signing, we can always coordinate personal service with a process server. Our next step is the mandatory financial disclosures. That's right. Even if you have a complete agreement, we have to do these, regardless of how you plan to divide or not your property and debts. Oftentimes, you will hear your legal document assistant refer to these forms by their number. You can always find the number of your form and even the number of your case in the top right corner of each document, also called a pleading. Again, we are taking the information you initially provided to us or subsequently and completing these forms for your review and then sending to you for e-signature. Note, the FL 142, that's the one with all your property, accounts, credit cards, and tax returns attached to it, does not get filed with the court. Rather, we file the FL 141, a document that states that we have in fact emailed and or mailed the documents to your spouse. And that's it. Step 2 is done. The final step is the divorce judgment. It's a bit misleading because it sounds like one form, but actually it's a huge stack of paperwork that fortunately you don't need to worry about because we handle it for you. What you do need to handle is getting to an agreement on all issues: property, debt, kids, and support, whether or not support will be paid, and if so, how much and for how long. If you are struggling getting to an agreement, you can speak with a lawyer or try our virtual mediation. Another option is to attend a session or two, if your spouse is willing, with a private local mediator to work out any issues you haven't been able to come to an agreement on. Once you have a final agreement, we draw up the paperwork. You provide us the terms, and we get that into your judgment, most of which can be signed by e-signature. However, there is one document we will need wet signatures. You will need to sign in front of a notary. You do not need to sign at the same time as your spouse, but you both will need to sign. If you're curious about any of these steps, or if you want some more information on any of the issues that might come up in your divorce, check out hellodivorce.com and type in what you're looking for in the search bar. We've got loads of tools, worksheets, and resources on community property, parenting plans, or mediation, and everything else that comes up. And if you're a Divorce with Benefits member or a Divorce Plus member and have purchased time with a legal coach, You can schedule a telephone call or Zoom video session with a lawyer to review your forms, discuss strategy for negotiations, help you develop a strategy, or if you just have a burning question, your lawyer is also available by email. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. We know you have a lot on your plate, and we look forward to making at least this part, the legal part, as easy as possible on you.